Let me get this straight. You blew up a building.
2 CIs and the CEO of 22andU.
Two competing federal agencies with the same mission.
I don't understand why those Fed a-holes are so darn mean.
To protect the public from the scourge of dangerous misinformation.
You know those bum idiots. This is all them. We had a solid case.
The word entrapment, not even in their vocabulary.
The explosives we provided were fake.
Sworn to a duty to always tell the truth.
We have no indication at this time that this was a deliberate act.
We're all being transferred.
To where?
The only place currently with openings. Alaska.
Good morning.
Welcome to the office, huh?
And we got the retro feel. You know, funny about federal buildings, they're all different, but they're still somehow all the same.
Oh, good morning, Agent Walker. At the coffee station. We actually drew straws before he got here, and I won, so we get to work together.
Let's get started. Let's see if we can't stir something up.
Let's give it a minute. I like to warm up the truth muscles a little coffee beforehand.
Well, what do you want to do first?
What do we have for a surveillance van?
Oh, wow. I got a Ford Explorer. We don't have a surveillance van.
Do you put many cases here?
Cases?
Yeah, cases. We're the tip of the spear when it comes to protecting American democracy.
You really believe this? You really believe that people posting crap online is going to cause our country to crumble?
I think the work that we do is important.
We don't have a surveillance van.
Missing people got one. We've never needed one.
We need a surveillance van. We need a big case or a CI who can lead us to a big case.
What do you need the van for?
Surveillance.
CIs, or confidential informants, are the lifeblood of any good law enforcement agency. Public posts on social media are one of the best ways to find CIs. Agents would never use coercion or take things out of context to try and persuade someone to become a confidential informant.
The new Taylor Swift single is absolute fire. I'm just seeing a lot of incendiary and violent language here.
Agents always need to be on their toes and ready to make snap decisions.
Is there anything I can do for you guys? Actually, David, there is something you can do for us.
Chicken nuggies.
Chicken nuggies.
What?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. McDonald's cheeseburger.
Burger King.
Burger King cheeseburger.
Flame broiled.
And chicken nuggets.
Oh, baby, know you're gonna like it. I wanna be your beaver pilot. Said, honey, know you're gonna like it. I wanna be.
Awesome, right?
Is this a loner?
This thing's totally legit.
What is this? It's got windows!
Don't forget to mute. Hello. Happy Valentine's
everyone.
Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
It is on. It's on like Donkey Kong.
Oh, like Donkey Kong. Yep. No true words ever spoken.
Yes.
No punching.
What?
Well, happy Friday, everybody.
No,
Yes. Happy Friday. Happy Valentine's Day, Michael. Since it's Valentine's Day, do you have anything for your wife for Valentine's Day? What do you got?
I have a heart on that I was thinking about giving her.
I wasn't trying to set that up. I promise. I was not trying to set that joke up.
And I was wearing it.
And
so
he
it
was on, so he had it
I'll give it to
on.
her.
Thank
she
you,
can have a heart
honey.
on.
Wow. Now I was like, what? They're in the same room? What? Look at that. I got a
We have a
heart.
portal.
So Jody with a heart on.
Ow.
The joke,
You don't have to stretch the T. I mean, you ruin the joke if you.
It's
So,
pretty.
It's a 3D printed heart.
What
you
size of a
can't tell.
person would that be?
The model said that it was, he had it
A
about
five-year-old?
human size, but he reduced it by 25%.
Oh.
And I didn't change any of I didn't scale it one way or the other. So.
Right?
I have.
Kalima! Just let go of it before it bursts into flames.
Oh, yes. Yeah, right. Kalima.
You're holding.
I like it.
You're holding his heart in your hand. Well, a heart.
You know,
his heart.
In elementary school, I have no idea what age, what school, what number. I don't know my life, but I do know this. Yeah, Michael could be like, back in the second grade, Mrs. Mortimer, I was in second row next to James and Michael, another Michael. You know, I don't have that. I don't have that. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know when I was a child. Anyways, they brought in a cow heart, and so we all.
Oh my God.
Fingered the cow heart tubulars. Lord. And then we fried it up and ate it.
What? You're not supposed to eat the heart?
We ate it.
You're not supposed to eat the heart?
I don't know where we were, but we played with the cow
heart.
What
is this?
Okay, we're going back to Texas. You're taking the King Ranch tour again, and we're just going to go from there.
It was hot.
What?
Hot,
what?
Were you in America?
Couldn't tell you.
You don't know if you were overseas or not.
I don't remember.
You don't remember where it was.
Well, you see, the reason why I would assume overseas, because she didn't actually discuss a common American entree.
Right.
It's like, South.
Here we are in Swaziland, where we have this every Thursday.
Very vividly fingering the tubulars, the tubes.
You sure it was real?
Yes, we ate it.
Oh my God! Fried it up and ate it.
Because like on Halloween, you know,
maybe we didn't eat the heart. Maybe they cooked us up some steak.
Like the spook house thing.
I got
where you have a blindfold on, you put your hand in this. Ooh, what is this? It's brains. It's just cold macaroni. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Halloween time.
It wasn't like that.
Oh, well.
I remember fingering.
Because it just gave me a good idea for next Halloween.
But you were fingering the heart. You were fingering the little thingies.
You're not supposed to do that either.
Well, you know what? It wasn't alive.
I know, but
do you remember as a kid? Let's see here. Let's see if I'm the one who's messed up. Do you remember looking in the little it was like 3 boxes or something, and you looked inside, and one was a healthy lungs, and they were breathing, and then they brought in the smoke, and you saw like how dirty they became.
Right.
Yeah.
I think so.
Or the tooth in the Coca-Cola.
No, all I remember is the image of some gray-looking, dead meat kind of they said were healthy lungs. Shouldn't they be pink? No, they were like gray. And then next to them was lungs that I think lived in a forest fire, but they said was just lifelong smokers' lungs.
Right.
To compare the two.
Right. Yeah.
That's just not right.
Did you guys do the frog?
Nope.
Did what?
Do a frog?
Never dissected a frog.
Oh gosh, 7th grade we dissected first. It was an earthworm.
Yep.
Cricket. Starfish. Chicken wing. It's like frog was the grand poobah at by the end of the year. We just as lessons go on, dissect this and this. We're gradually working our way up to amphibians.
I remember the earthworm, and one of the things that we got to do was this is fun. We got each an owl pellet, so owl poop, and you got to pull it apart and everything, and then put together the mouse skeleton inside.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So the closest I ever got was Cat one time, and I think I told you the story. So Cat one time had to
cat.
No,
which I know is legitimate as well.
My cat.
Want to think of that?
So my cat she got her actually BS in biology.
So that's some
and so she had to go and get a beaver skeleton basically, and
I think it's 3D printer one.
Well, she got a roadkill one from the DOT or from the whatever
Like you
the
do.
place is. Yeah. She called up, US the animal people from the damn state. Anyway, she called them up, got a roadkill
trapper
beaver.
Roadkill beaver.
And then brought it home and cooked it off. And so then had to take all the bones and put them back together as a skeleton.
Did she know? Did she know the order?
Trapper. It was a trapper. You know what she did? Oh, okay. It wasn't a roadkill. It was a trapper. While this was going on, I went to my friend Dwight's house, and him and I played video games all weekend and drank copious amounts of beer because I was not going to take part in any of that. Nor did I want to smell that.
Yeah, the insides of mammals are usually unpleasant.
I'm like, you do you. I will go play video games, and then we're all good.
That's what Benji or Michael did. Kind of side swirling, but not really. I mean, we're going to hit this button in a few minutes, but our son has a birthday coming up.
He does.
And I was just thinking about when I went into the hospital. So, are we okay with me parlaying into this?
Yeah. Okay, go for it. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
So,
we got rules?
Yeah, right. We don't.
There are no rules.
There are some we can't say certain phrases, but
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, rules.
Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Watch out for those phrases with your story.
So our son Benji, he's about to be a teenager, which is super dope.
It is.
And he was a month early, and I had preeclampsia, so I had my regular doctor's appointment, and they're like, Jody, you're not doing too well.
You can go home and pack an overnight bag.
Yeah.
And then you're coming right back here.
Right back here. And so I was like, oh, okay. I'm supposed to have my shower, this weekend, but no. Anyways, so I get into the hospital and everything. And then Michael, I was thinking about how he spent the whole night playing video games at his friend's house while I was at the hospital alone. Waiting until, and then I remember when the pain was really, really bad, it was early in the morning. But I called Michael and he's like, I was all tired. Are you sure? Okay. What was your recollection of this, Michael?
Yeah. Michael?
Oh, well, from when she called that early, because I was pretty much, dad duty for the pregnancy or for the labor, especially when there's no actual labor happening, because her water hadn't even broke yet.
Right.
And I was actually told to go home.
Yeah, basically, I mean,
well, they had mom and nurse stuff to do for a bit.
Yeah.
And I was told to go home. If something happens, you'll be called. And
so you had your last night of
I believe. Well, yeah, I just went and hung out with Tony. But you're right about the video games, Novi. But there's worse. I could have.
Well, yeah, you could have been wasted.
Gone
you could
out
have been
surfing or something.
Right.
Who goes out to get wasted while their wife's about to go into labor?
That's what I said.
Deal with stress. You deal with stress.
He could have. I said he could have. He didn't. You didn't go get wasted. You just went and played video games, I guess, right?
Yeah, right. Plus, he wasn't going to fit on that.
And it wasn't actually all video games because some were tabletop, like Carcassonne and Catan.
Right.
But oh
jeez.
In the morning, which we open at noon for a reason. I'm not a morning person.
Yeah.
And
no, you are not.
And the marching orders I had, they'll tell me when I need to come here. So I'm getting her kind of hinting that she wants me there. Yada. And then finally, one of the nurses hearing half a phone call, she's just like, "Tell him it's time. He needs to come in." So that was in the morning, and I found out when I got there, still groggy, and she's napping every 5 minutes or so.
Yeah,
because her water broke overnight, and she's been in kind of lame active labor for hours now.
It's like it was a slow burn on that one. I was watching South Park, and I was like, "Oh, I peed my pants. Oh, my water broke."
So they had this chair which folds out flat to nothing wider than a stretcher.
Yeah.
And that was the dad's chair bed that I got to
hang out. Yeah.
Which I didn't fit on.
Did you break it?
In chair or bed mode.
Okay.
No, I just hung over both sides of it.
No, he wasn't big back then. You know, I mean, like he wasn't.
I was still tall.
He was tall. But so things sort of started happening, and by then they had given me the epidural, and it had, you know, what?
No, we still had hours before then. She finally gave up. You were only on the epidural for
I wanted
maybe an hour or so before labor, before actual.
Yeah. I wanted to, as an actor, I wanted to experience as much pain as possible before I didn't have to. Like I could just opt out. That's done. I'm awesome. Let's go do the thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to hear what my screaming sounded like. I wanted to hear my facial tone. You know, like I just wanted to get all the actor feels of
you wanted to
pain.
You wanted to have the ultimate experience with it. You wanted
and then opt out of the rest of the pain.
Yes.
And that ring of fire situation. So yes, but I was uncomfortable for a while.
And, but the spine puncture, worth it or not?
Oh, getting the epidural was the worst because they have to put it like at a certain spot. You can hear it going in.
Ooh.
And then you have to crunch over your pregnant belly.
This is after instructions about, basically lunge forward so you're separating your vertebrae so he could get the needle in between them.
Yeah. So it's not comfortable.
So it's like an anatomy lesson with your, but quickly the medicine kicks in. But
and then you feel happy. Yeah. You're like, oh, I don't feel pregnant anymore. I love you.
Because after she wasn't worried about that anymore, the poor nurses and even the obstetrician just got front row seats to the Michael and Jody show.
They really did. It was just us chatting, Josh.
They're trying to be professional, and we're just dropping one-liners back and forth on each other.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I can imagine.
The nurses were like, "Do you want to touch his head?" I'm like, "Ew, no!" And they do. They make my hand like touch in between my legs.
Oh, the doctor just grabbed her hand and put your hand.
Yeah,
because you were actually. We can already tell she was crowning. But she obviously can't see down there, and plus she can't feel either. She had actually asked if we know or not, we're going to have to stop everything and shift to C-section.
Right.
And she's crowning. Like, no, baby, you're having a baby. And then that's when the doctor grabbed her hand to put it on the baby's head. And she just has a spaz attack. But,
like,
we can past it.
I wipe it on Michael.
Oh my God.
Ew. What baby gross gook. And so, Benji comes out and then he does a crap job of being alive. Just a crap job. He comes out silent, blue. They take him over. He fails his APGAR score because they do a score on babies as soon as they're born.
Okay. And 5 minutes later.
And they have to check, certain things. Do they turn, whatever.
They knocked him on size and color.
Yeah. Poor baby.
But he was a month early, so there's going to be some of that.
Yeah.
Right.
And
so then
and he hadn't gotten much sun yet, so he was terribly pale.
Yeah. And so Michael went with Benji to the NICU to get him settled in there. And then he moseyed over back to me.
And there he stayed in NICU for the next 21 days.
Really?
19.
So
wow.
So we went home after a night or two with her,
right?
Because she had to stay, and then we go home. It's Jody, Mikey,
worst night of my life.
Taco, Bunny, Tiger, and
worst night.
No baby. It's like something's missing.
It's so fucked up to
oh
go
yeah,
home
no, I can
having your baby. And at this point, we didn't know if he was going to live or not. So
was that
we had gotten that confirmation before he left the hospital.
That's true because I did ask the doctor that. I said, "Is he gonna?"
Well, the doctor was just telling you, and he was, how they're honest.
Yeah.
And he's just telling him everything. Well, he stopped breathing, over the night, and this and that, and he's just rattling off, all this stuff. And this is where I started really keying on the medical staff's confidence. Like, we don't have to worry about what to do. He's going to tell us what to do.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. and plus you have all these, oh, what ifs, but the doctor just explaining all this, and he could see that Jody's like almost breaking down, feeling sorry for her poor baby suffering all this.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, if you think you're going to lose him, you're not. That's not, on the table at all.
Oh, that's good.
I mean,
and
that's
that
also
was
the
like
regular normal day too.
Yeah. and that was basically the first time after 3 days or so that we had at least gotten that positive from them, even though it was probably never on their minds either.
Right. Yeah.
Because as of right now, they're dealing with an alive baby.
How long was he in NICU?
He was in
3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks. Oh, wow. Okay. That is a while.
He, I mean, why not be a little controversial? There was, so in the NICU, well, I mean, it's an interesting place to be in. So one thing,
keep in mind when you're born a month early, you're not actually at the development of a newborn, even though you are born.
He also
you're
was a
actually newborn minus 1 month.
He was also a gestational diabetes baby, which also is another added layer of he wasn't cooked yet.
Gotcha.
He was doughy. But so we're in the NICU, Michael and I, and we come at least 3 times a day. And it was, honestly, it was horrible. It was horrible. Michael went right back to work. And so before work, on his lunch, and right after work, he's going to the hospital with me to work on nursing the baby, skin to skin. We couldn't touch him for several days afterwards. But we were finally getting to touch our baby. And, not only are you hearing other people giving labor, so you're hearing horrible blood-curdling screams every once in a while. But also the NICU is a very intense place where people who just had a baby and who are having family issues or domestic violence or just issues, we're like behind a privacy panel trying to work on nursing, and we're like, about to be calling the police and stuff. And it's
oh my gosh. Wow.
They really liked us. We were just that perfect couple, like our pathetic little baby and, us sweet people. And we're like, oh.
Yeah, we weren't one of the heroin addicts that brought in a heroin addicted baby.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh.
We brought in
because they've seen those too.
Yeah, we were around those.
And then they talk about how they just lie. No, I don't know what's wrong with me. I have no idea. Never anything like that. And they're like, we've seen this 10 times already this year. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. You can't screw around with. They know everything. They know.
Well, like when you got bit by the cat, and when we saw treatment for it, they're looking right at it. And go, you're getting to us a little late, aren't you?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt. Wow.
That was just a few days.
Yeah. That's a public message here. If
you get bit by an animal,
work with an animal and get bit by a cat, you need to get that taken care of.
Yes.
Because
actually, if you get bit by human too.
Well, yes.
Same rules.
Yes, true. But I was working in the pound. We were volunteering. It was wonderful. I got bit by a cat. He bit me right here. And it's actually a pretty common spot because it's like a little vampire dots.
Because your hand's going up to them.
Going up like this. So exactly. So it's a very common.
You're presenting it.
Spot to go to. And the cat bit me. I pulled back. It only bit me once. And we washed it. I remember they took me in the back and they're scrubbing the shit with this hard brush. Oh. And it was hurting really bad. And I was crying. And they kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and they we thought we cleaned it up well enough. But then it was just 24 hours later or something like that. We wake up the next day and my hand has the red lines going down it with blood poisoning or something. I don't know.
Right.
And so then we had to go and see a hand surgeon to see if I was keeping this hand.
Oh my good Lord. Wow. That's crazy.
That was extreme. There was other things. If he was going to have to operate, it may just be, remove a little bit around here or here to take out the wound. Yeah, but it could have been she'd have gone all pirate and yeah.
Well,
but
and then
the thing is, this was one animal bite.
Yes.
And I've grown up with cats all my life, barn cats at my grandparents' place, my own cats. I still have scars from my cats growing up. And I never had a reaction like this to a bite or scratch from them.
Yeah.
So you're saying you could have had a hook?
She could have,
I could have.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You could have had a hook.
Yes. It probably would have like a glitter pink hook. You know,
Probably
like
would
the
have been.
weeniest little hook.
Yeah, my
Okay,
kryptonite's
so-
not cat. Apparently, I can
guess
deal with
not.
them.
You when you married me, I am nothing but the quintessential little white girl about to die of influenza. I
Or-
am so white it hurts.
Or whatever, anything else. Okay, so
That was actually me in
That
December.
was the
Oh, well,
that was
controversial
you
thing.
too. Yes,
Pneumonia,
exactly.
different. That's different. Yeah.
The reason why Benji, so when babies are in the NICU, you know, whether you want to believe it or not, the data shows, and the NICU nurses know this, the fastest babies to graduate from the NICU are Black female. And then it goes down the list.
Oh, wow.
The lowest baby, the hardest baby to ever graduate NICU is a white male.
Oh, okay.
And it's just what it is.
It's
So
just the numbers.
It's just the numbers. And so they called it stupid white baby syndrome.
Oh my God.
No, wimpy white boy.
Oh,
funny.
wimpy white boy? I thought it was stupid
Wimpy
white
white
baby.
boy.
Wimpy white boy.
All right. Well, hey.
And so we had our wimpy white boy baby in there.
And
So all the
boy,
other kids
did
are
we.
graduating
Well, and
past
so
him.
we are celebrating 13 years tomorrow.
Yep, about wimpy white
It
boy.
is cool. Okay, so I got. So speaking of babies,
Yeah.
if,
I like babies.
so okay, so let's say that you and Michael have a baby together. Well, a 13-year-old now.
But he's our baby.
But if it wasn't Michael, let's say you could play the baby mama bingo, right?
Okay.
Or the baby
Yeah.
mama lottery.
Who's your meal ticket baby daddy?
Who would you say would be your like actor, sports figure,
known person?
Oh, okay.
Who would?
Pick
Oh, it won't
somebody?
be. It
Yeah.
won't be.
Oh, yeah.
She's not a fan of this cat.
Who would be your?
Ewan McGregor?
Oh, that's a good one. All right.
I like him.
Yeah. So
I know Ryan Gosling takes care of his children.
I mean, it's not the same thing. But Michael, do you have a?
Well, I was just saying, you
He's
know,
a nice gentleman.
the subject you're thinking of, Jody, is not a fan of this cat, so it never
No, I
was
know.
going to be this one.
I'm talking about you though. Like if you were like the baby daddy of
And who would my meal ticket be?
Yeah.
None of your women you know or like can even bear children anymore.
Yeah,
You're like
he's-
Alyssa Milano or something, and you're like, she's as old as you.
No. I'll have to come back to you on that one. I was like,
All right.
Really?
Well, you know, I just have to think of like,
I mean,
my
so-
goals here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, so
Just want him to throw a number. Pick a
yeah,
name.
just pick a name like Mariah Carey. I'd probably say Mariah Carey.
No. She can't.
Well, she's nuts, but you know.
Yeah, but these
That
are
was
reasons.
probably
Say,
my-
like, you know, you could go Paris Hilton and go, no. Those hotels aren't that nice.
All right. You want to do your Jenna Jameson?
No, she's had a rough go lately.
That's his person.
No, the 90s version,
The
not
90s, the 90s.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It'd be like Mariah Carey from 1987.
Yeah, but I still have to.
Oh my God! Just say something, Michael. Just say something for the past.
Oh, well, Pamela Anderson then.
Okay, Pamela Anderson.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, so if you are a right-winged influencer named Ashley St. Clair, you basically got the bonus baby mama bingo. 5 months ago, I welcomed a new baby into the world. Elon Musk is the father. So not only has Elon been, out doing government stuff, he's been busy in other ways too. The crazy thing is, though, is she had to come out and say this because the media had picked up on it, and so they were actually about ready to like
Were they in a
report this.
relationship, or was it just a flea that she got pregnant?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. But that's like the ultimate.
Oh, I see. If you're a righty, or if you're like
If,
that type of person.
if you're anybody, I mean,
Well, I know a lot of people who wouldn't want to be in that situation, but
Well,
yeah, okay.
The 40% for child support is going to go well.
That's
Mhm.
true. But
I'm sorry. Yeah, if any, nobody's going to turn that down.
well, I would, but I mean, I also don't mind being poor. I don't mind being
True.
broke or poor, that stuff. Because there is I think there's a point when money becomes ridiculous and you don't even know how to use it. And I mean, I would say this is like even on a small scale to me. When I get like actual money,
It's for the child.
I don't know how to do work. I don't know how to do it.
It's just I don't know if there's a person in the world though that go, yeah, here's $100 million lottery ticket. No, church tells me not to gamble.
Right. If it's a winner, and
it's guaranteed you're going to win it.
Right.
No, church tells me I shouldn't gamble. I'm not the type.
Yeah. So there's no
bother.
It doesn't say if they're in a relationship. It doesn't say if they've got, any of that. It's just that.
And that 40% is going to be divided up against his other 15 kids too.
Yeah.
Oh, does he have a lot of children?
It's 12. This is 13.
Yeah, he's been making franchises.
So why does he have that one son with him is he an actual father to any of them? Or
you think
I think so,
time
yeah.
to parent?
Huh?
Do you think he has time to parent?
No, I don't think. No, I don't
bring
think
your
he's
kid
a
to White
normal-
House Day.
I would not think he's a normal parent. No, I don't think he's a devoted father that sits, does homework with his children and takes his kid to Little League. Probably not.
Yeah, I would think that'd be kind of tough. I think that would be kind of tough to do all that. But I mean, he does have the one kid with him quite a bit. But
I was like, what's up with that kid then? Yeah, or like, is that his favorite?
Yeah, Patty, get some.
Yeah, poor Patty.
No, I know, right?
Let's talk about you, Patty.
The other problem is, there's nowhere he can go and not be Elon Musk.
At this point, sure.
Yeah, kid in tow or not, it's gotta be an issue.
So 13 children, but not a relationship stuck.
So far.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
rooting for the guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. I mean,
for the children.
When you're that,
I would hope. I hope that they have great moms, and I would assume that their moms are great and can take care of the babies.
Could you imagine if he's just like a white trash magnet
things.
or something, and all he can get are the girls M&M raps about. Just everyone is some stereotypical "my name is Earl" character,
Right,
kind of.
Yeah. I was like, this is a sitcom to happen.
Oh, yeah,
everyone.
definitely.
Why do I keep
13
finding
children.
these even?
Muskrats. Muskrats.
What about them?
Okay. What about them?
Elon Musk, rats. His kids, muskrats. That's the TV show.
Oh, instead of Rugrats,
Yeah,
I guess.
Rugrats.
Okay.
It's a TV show.
Yeah.
On. I just thought of that on top of the head.
Yeah.
That's been pink all
I
day.
just think of like ferrets or something, and then
Well, yeah,
the
but I was
musk and
thinking
how
of the TV
like you
show.
can always know people that
With the 13
raise
kids.
polecats, and because the smell kind of permeates everything about them.
Right. But yeah,
and somehow
it
they
is,
make cologne. And like what?
Yeah, I thought it was 14, but it does say here conservative influencer Ashley St. Clair claims she had Elon Musk's 13th child. So he's got 2 basketball teams and a bench. So,
well, yeah,
Keep it in your pants, Elon. You're fine. Stop overpopulating the planet.
Well, it's really only just one soccer team and 2 extras.
Yeah, he's overpopulating. Thank you, Kat. I do.
yeah,
So-
it's overpopulating. So, okay, so so everybody knows Elon Musk, right?
We're old friends.
A lot of people know who he is, right? So,
Yes.
That look was actually for me. She was kidding.
I know.
was it?
Yes.
Yeah, that look was for Michael. He knows his looks.
Gotcha. So if we put ourselves out there, right? Like we as us a group, me, you, Michael, like you see our faces
Right.
like here online.
Yes.
You know, if you really wanted to, you could watch our show and gather quite a bit about our lives. Like we just talked
Sure,
about
sure,
your
sure, sure,
birth and everything, right? We just
Yes.
talked about you have birth. Just so online fame or generating an online community. I caught this weird thing today, and this. So there's this person called Patriarchy Hannah. Harmonized Grace is her title or whatever, her name. She's Christian, a wife,
Napologist.
yeah. So she's got 27,000 followers. She's got she's a growing online community, right? She had a do you know what Discord is? Discord is like
I've heard of it.
It's basically a communication place, right? Like it's you
speaker.
Set up you set up servers and people can come and just gather. Basically, it's a communication type place. A lot of gamers use it to communicate.
Okay.
You can talk, you can get in it and talk to each other. You can trade text messages. It's got different rooms.
Okay.
So she had a Discord server. She was developing this whole thing. It turns out like she was faking it, or at least that's the accusation here, that she claimed she had 14 kids and she claimed she had all this property and her husband owned a construction company and all these people followed her.
People just
and she was a bot.
Yeah.
Like it's a bot. Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy, Ryan Duff, I guess, had been digging into it. He's like,
Breaking
for
news.
some background, Patriarchy Hannah is an account that portrays a trad wife, a traditional wife. So she portrays like this very traditional Christian,
I was like, don't ever call me that. That's probably something. I was like, that's probably what I am too. But I'm like, don't ever call me that.
You are nowhere. You are not. I mean, you have aspects of it in your life, but you also you are one of you're a goddamn national treasure.
I'm a goddamn national treasure. Okay, I see what you're saying.
You're not a right wing Stepford wife.
This isn't a normal okay.
Correct. It's everything. It's
everything.
Every part of it.
Okay. Okay. No, that I'm not.
Bow down to your husband, and and that definitely
he wouldn't respect
shit
me
right
if
there.
I did that to him.
Stepford wife.
He'd be like.
So she claims she had 14 kids. Her husband, Tony, owned a construction company. And so she's gained this large following, right? And it even said she had a Discord. Well, then the stuff started coming out and she totally completely shut down her Discord yesterday. She claims she had built this house, right, for her son and their soon-to-be daughter-in-law. They were going to get married and they were going to move to this house. Well, it turns out this house is not even close. So she's basically just kind of been making this stuff up online.
So grandiose lying on a very large scale.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I mean, this is what.
So this is what she does. This is her job: is fabricates somebody else's.
She's created this whole world that is.
Does she get money off of this? Because
yeah. Oh yeah.
So then I wonder, what about that? Is that false representation or something?
No, people are paying to advertise with her. She's monetized.
Yeah, I don't.
Right, I guess you're right. It's just, that's it. Idiot follower. I don't care. We're making money.
Yeah, and I don't know how much
Slenderman was real
because I don't think she was online. But she used this picture of this person here, which is somebody completely different. It's this Allison Brown. So she just stole this picture off of Facebook when people were like, "Hey, who are you?" Well, I'm this person. And so, I mean, it's like, what the?
Wow.
How confident are you the person behind that is a woman?
Correct. Yeah. Well, they kind of figured out actually it's this other person, Jennifer Bays or whatever.
Same question this day and age, though.
Yeah. No, this is true. So then she deleted her account, but then she came back. And then
addressing the rumors.
Yeah. So
one does when they're crazy.
Yeah. So here was how she addressed the rumors. Patriarchy.
You guys are being mean.
And well, basically her thing was The accusations made against me are untrue. This will be the only thing I say about him. Not, I'm going to prove I'm actually this person with 14 kids. I'm going to prove, if you have questions, reach out privately, but I'm not interested in giving public drama. Well, you've created this public persona, right? You've gone out in public, created this public persona that this is you, and this is, that you're this traditional Christian,
right? This is wow
person.
Watch it being a man too.
How much credit does the accuser have?
Okay.
No, I mean, yeah, who knows? I mean,
I think she's a man too.
We can only take one of them as true, so
right.
They both can't be.
Oh, I just lost your mic somehow.
Me?
Yeah, it's gone. You unplug it?
How's that?
Okay. Yep. There we go.
Yep.
You are back. So yeah, just that popped in my world, and then there was another thing last night, and I don't. There's a guy who does a YouTube channel, but then he was writing women's fiction under a pen name, and he stole somebody else's picture and stuff, and then the person whose picture he stole actually came out and said, hey, this is not the.
That'd be so messed up to see my face promoting something that I'd never even.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
To. That would be weird.
Yeah, I can find that here real quick too.
But I always wonder about the people that mimic your social media account and then do an account that says it's you, and then they go and refriend all your friends. And what are they getting out of it? And then people are saying, oh, that person can say all this stuff and people think you said it. It's like, well, I think my friends would know the kind of things I would say. And my Facebook friends that don't know me at all, I don't care.
Yeah. This person, Annabelle High Spanish, who actually has
no one uses real names.
Yeah, I know. But she's like, I publicly denounced the writer John De La Rose, who looks like he's deleted his account. Actually, let's see. Did he delete his account? Nope, he's still there. So this guy.
That's not how I would have split that name up.
Yeah, no, this guy right here.
What, the town?
What?
What name?
No, his name. Just I'd have got a different version of Spanish with it.
So so I publicly denounced that the writer John De La Rose, using the pseudonym Daniela Acera, has taken a professional photograph of me and my website without consent and is using it as a profile picture. Despite multiple warnings, he has yet to remove it. So let's see. Oh, his name's user not found now, and there's no picture. And he's deleted all his posts.
Well,
all's well that ends well.
Surprise. So, go back. Yeah, so, I mean, just, you're eventually going to get caught, right?
That's the thing, is that
you're
absolutely in this day and age, you're going to get caught. So why are you even thinking?
Well, yeah, I guess, if you're going to go with an alias for whatever reason, you probably should get someone's permission if you're going to use their likeness for your alias.
$100, your next door neighbor or friend or whatever. The crap.
Right. So I can see why he did this. This person is in Spain, and this shows also how tighter knit everything is getting because of the internet. This guy probably thought, okay, she is in Spain.
Right.
She's never going to see my American, and
then Google Lens gets invented.
Right.
And you just do a search for yourself.
Like you would on a bored Tuesday.
Right. But also what's weird is that this guy right here, this dude,
not even a real picture,
is actually trying to write female centric fiction and trying to pass himself off as a female, writing intimate female novels. How fucking weird is that? I mean, just
odd.
It's, you know.
Yeah, I don't plan on reading any of that.
It's very odd.
Not my genre. Not my genre.
So just, I mean, like the way we do it, just be honest about who you are, right? I mean, like I said, we put ourselves out there. We, you know.
Yeah.
You can know,
tell we're authentic.
For good or bad, just be authentic, right? And I mean, so far it hasn't really, hasn't hurt us yet, but
until 2 years when the FBI looks at this and says, "Hey, hey."
Well, hopefully not anymore. I don't know. We'll see. Oh my goodness.
You know what? Screw you.
Right. Screw you, FBI.
Screw you.
All right. So, okay, enough of that. Check this shit out. This is golf.
Golf?
Right.
Golf?
Nope. I'm not
is
sure.
This robot golf?
This is the live golf. So this is like a they're trying to take they're competing with the PGA, and I guess they've kind of combined. But anyway.
A little subdued early, the crowd at 12, and it just gets a little more encouraging, shall we say, as the day goes on.
He gets a hole in one.
Whoa!
Now watch the reaction.
Oh my God. What? What's up with the litter?
Well, that didn't take long.
People celebrating.
Trash something? Somebody has to clean that up now. It's not going to be them.
Well, no, of course not. It'll, they'll clean it up. It's a fun moment, though. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
That's really weird to me. That's like me going, hooray, taking my food and throwing it.
Oh, like at a hockey. Michael, explain the first goal at a hockey game usually.
We didn't throw things at the Sullivan.
The first goal in a Detroit Wings hockey game is they throw an octopus.
Yes.
And at an Aces game, they throw a fish.
People threw fish on the ice at Aces games.
Good size fish, too. It's like wonder how they stuck them in.
Yes.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get the warning, please do not refrain from throwing objects onto the ice.
It was always the first goal, but usually first goal.
Completely unprofessional.
And it was a good sized fish too.
Oh yeah, but lots of people threw fish. But yeah, that was kind of a cool thing. Everybody just throwing their water out there.
I thought they were trying to hit him.
Well, probably because that guy's kind of controversial. So he's been accused of cheating a few times and just being a jerk.
Robot golf balls.
Robot golf balls?
Yeah, they got magnets and.
No,
I'm kidding. I'm making this up.
Not. No, he's totally making it up. Just like
shut up, Michael.
Bumping your ball with your foot, or not counting a thing, or just there are rules. And golf is you have to be honest sport, right? Like when you're playing golf, you're supposed to, you keep your own score. You have a lot of time when you're by yourself with nobody's watching you. There's not like a referee around you all times.
But at this level, there's no one not watching.
Right.
Correct. A lot of time. It's very, very hard to get away with it. But somehow he's supposedly figured out a way to do it a few times.
Fudging the numbers.
But yeah, no, that was. And then so there's actually the 16th hole at Phoenix is another hole that's just like that.
How far away was that hit?
Let's see. This was okay. So here we go. There's another one. Share this tab instead. This is at Phoenix. Now look at so you saw the crowd there. Look at the crowd here. Look at all of the stands around this freaking golf hole.
To see a ball they can't see.
What's that?
To see a man hit a ball they can't see.
Yeah, pretty much. Blow that up a little bit. So look at
why aren't we making any money?
all these damn people.
We're
Because none of us know how to play golf very well.
No, it's just the things that people spend money on that I'm like, why are you spending money on that? And it's just something that I don't get.
Why did you pay money to go there and be a spectator?
I'm like, what? Couldn't buy $50 worth of a side
Is nothing else more exciting to you?
I guess Michael and I are just not the
like
audience.
naps or something.
That's some people love golf. I like
You're
to
right.
like
You're absolutely
golf.
right.
I mean, everybody has their own.
It's just like the two of us are like,
Yeah.
all right.
You know, growing up, I enjoyed playing soccer a lot more than I enjoyed watching it.
So how did he know
So
he got
nobody-
it? Was there like a
You can
camera on it?
you can see it.
You can see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You can see your ball. It doesn't just disappear when you hit it.
Well, like if it's 200 feet that way, it goes 200 feet that way.
Over a crest and
It's
whatnot.
like 175. This one's probably 175 yards. Let's see, 155 yards away.
I couldn't see that.
So
That's a football field and a half.
I couldn't see that far.
yeah,
But he's
You
got
can.
instructions and whatnot.
So and the reaction of the people gives it away too when
Well,
they
I could-
freak
yeah.
out. So, but nobody threw their drinks.
Nobody's
throwing their
here.
drinks here. So
Professional. Go,
I
go,
saw
Gadget.
something fly there.
You
But
need to
yeah.
watch Happy Gilmore.
Go to your home. You
Yeah.
too good for your home.
Well-
he got my hand.
What's funny is the person who shared this, the other one,
Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin, the actual Shooter McGavin. Actually, I don't know if it's actually the.
Yeah, there's an interesting story about him taking that role.
Yeah, really,
Yeah.
like seriously.
Oh, really?
Well, he was him and Han over it. He had other stuff he wanted to go do, family, this and that, and I think he didn't even want to do comedy, you know.
Okay.
And then he just finally bought in and ran with it.
Yeah.
Oh, he did too.
Yeah.
He absolutely did. That was such a fun movie. Some of those. Oh yeah. Oh, what a good movie.
We
I
like
guess that
Pop-Up.
so
We
they're
like mini golf.
they're doing another Happy Gilmore too.
Are they?
Yes.
Like a remake or a
Well, no, like a follow up with
continuation?
with the original cast and everything with Adam Sandler and what's his name? I don't even
I don't
the
know.
actor's name. You don't know either. Okay.
Oh.
Which
I
one?
don't- the actor who played Shooter
Shooter?
McGavin. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Who
Okay.
was the girl?
Uh.
Was it
Oh.
a blonde girl or a brunette?
That one was a blonde.
Was it a blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah. she
Well, I'm a
was
hockey
blonde.
player. Oh, really? What team do you play for?
You got
calls it right
dodgeball
out.
down there.
Yeah.
Little Ben Stiller dancing.
So you mentioned earlier, like, why don't how come we can't make money or
right, yeah.
the money thing?
People spend money on that, but not at our store.
Well, I have a feeling that the real estate in Washington, D.C. is about to get a lot cheaper. This is the Zillow, the current Zillow of all of the houses that are for sale in Washington, D.C. right now.
Oh, wow.
A lot of Victorian.
People are moving out. I mean,
Is it because they got fired?
as you scroll in, you can see how many houses are actually for sale.
Because federal layoffs are coming.
That's what I was wondering. Is it because they're of people getting fired? They're moving?
Well, because I mean that and they're
Are these bad neighborhoods?
no, God, it's $1.95 million,
Well, then they're not affordable.
$1.35 million, 1.7.
Well, it depends on how many kickbacks you're raking in.
Well, that's true.
So
Whose list you're on?
So this is a studio 1 bath
And it's worth more than our house.
It's worth more than our house, honey.
and 1 bedroom, 1 bath for $499.
$500,000.
$500,000 for
And
this.
I'm sure it's not
for 469 square feet.
So they have a ton of space. It's too expensive.
469 is not a ton of space.
That is
That's
a
what I'm saying,
tiny
like they have a
bit
ton of properties at unaffordable prices.
at completely unaffordable
So
prices.
what's going to happen is the corporations are going to buy this, and then humans will have no place to live.
Well, they'll rent them back to them, but they'll probably lose money.
Quadruple the price.
Right, but if you can't, if there's nobody to rent them, they're not going to be able to rent them. So, I mean, I foresee this as being
a bad thing.
No,
not
gonna buy them?
necessarily.
Who's going to buy them?
Well, you got to keep in mind that the market could bring those prices down too.
Correct.
Even after the first sale, now you have that guy trying to offload. He's going to have a bad time, and he's going to have to take a loss on his sale.
Seems concerning. I mean, unless you're like, oh, awesome.
And where is that $29 million?
I want to see what the $21.5 million place is. Holy schnockies!
You get all those rooms?
42 bedrooms.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, okay. So it's
you got lots of kids. Yeah,
it's an investment property that is a
you're supposed to rent those out.
This is this is 22 high-end units. So
that's just not a 42-bedroom house.
It's not a 42-bedroom house.
Okay.
It is actually it's a new construction too. Oh, that's no good.
Oh, that's ballsy.
Yeah.
You thought the market was on the up. Now it's
But here's 229,400 square feet. I mean, that's
let's live in Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah, let's do that. No, I think what's happening is
well, compare any chance that you get this view of last year, same time?
No, I don't think it shows historic. I mean, I think you can get the history of some of these things.
But that's a fair point, Michael, to see if
or
this is
4
a
years
normal
ago,
thing
same time.
or
Right.
an anomaly. Like, how do you know this, Robbie? Like, did something bring your attention to this?
He went to Zillow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I saw a couple. There's been
articles or
there's been a few posts about how all of a sudden the real estate market in Washington DC has exploded. And the counties, Washington DC and the counties around them are the richest counties in the United States. There's more money focused around.
They're the most corrupt.
Exactly. So a lot of these people realize that their funds are going to be cut off, right? Like a lot of these.
So these are basically rats leaving the sinking ship.
A lot of it is, I mean, a lot of it is people kind of seeing the writing on the wall and saying, my cushy life is going to get more difficult to live.
And then some other evil person's going to move on in and get their kickbacks and live there until they get kicked out. And keep going on.
I mean, you're never going to bring it all under control, right? You're never going to bring it to where there's not some. I mean, it's just it's too big, right?
I think it's all corrupt. I think the whole system, like, there's no part of it that's pure anymore.
No, I totally agree. It's all for
them, not for us.
No, exactly. I mean, this stupid
thing. So that's DC. What about Baltimore?
I love you,
sister city.
Baltimore's got its own issues.
Yeah, but Baltimore's might as well be DC.
Right.
It's like the difference is a zip code. It's all the same companies.
Kinda. I mean, so this is like the U.S. debt clock right now, right?
It's out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's wrong. I hate this because
it's not wrong though. It's 36.
I know it's not wrong, but it's not real. When the government can just print their damn money, then no one's ever going to come collect on that. We're never going to default on this. We would just print more money,
No, I get it.
And we don't actually make any payments to anyone.
Yeah.
We don't pay
this debt somehow, but somehow there's a debt.
Right. We're not any interest on
and
that
there's
debt.
no collector,
Well, no, I mean, yes and no. There is there is debt. It does really exist. It's not just a fictional thing. I mean, there are other countries that actually hold our, China being a big part of it, that holds a lot of our debt. I mean, they do, by buying buying instruments, buying federal bills, and I mean,
right.
It is an actual thing. It is an actual tangible
and
thing that you
countries are indebted to U.S. for similar reasons.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm saying we're not actually writing China a check every month.
No.
Yeah, like the way
No,
we
it doesn't.
would.
Correct. Yeah,
It's not the way our debt works.
No, it's not the same as like it's not the same as our credit card companies or rent or whatever. But it is a very real thing.
Why even call it debt if never gets paid back? It's it clearly it's never reduced.
No.
Well, it has been in the past. We've actually brought it back down. When? During the Clinton time, we actually actually started to get reduced. It was actually going back down.
Or have we always been in debt?
When we went off of the gold standard, basically, when we stopped, I believe it was Nixon. Was it Nixon or Kennedy, or it was sometime around there?
No, Kennedy wanted to return to the gold standard.
Right. So at some point, we basically had to have assets for everything that we had, all the money that we had.
Yeah, right.
Had to
have an equal asset that was
physically
stored in some
backed up.
place. Yes.
Right, with gold, which was gold. Basically, the gold had to reinforce our money.
Yeah.
And we basically eventually said, no, we're going to create this whole other private, Federal Reserve thing and just forget about the whole gold standard. So that's kind of when we started going into
But we're
debt,
keeping the gold.
But we're keeping the gold.
Right. We're keeping the gold.
At Fort Knox or something.
That's one of the places. It's kind of stored around. And then
Fort Wainwright also has a depository.
So yeah, I mean, it took us like 200 years to get to $12 trillion in debt, and then between 2020 and now we're up to 36 trillion.
Right? Yeah,
So
it doubled in 5 years.
Yeah, it doubled. Or
From
tripled.
200 years to 5 years.
Yeah, 12. We were at 12 trillion, then we were at 24, and now we're at 36. So
Is that because there was a government office just blanketly writing checks?
that was one of the things. Yes.
Well, all right, kiddos. How are we going to wrap this up?
Look at her checking the time.
Miss Jordy lives by the clock.
Oh, you can get.
Miss Jordy lives by the clock.
But
if you guys want to keep chatting, I'll bounce.
Yeah, but we so much to teach you, though.
No, you have nothing to teach me. I don't need to be taught. I need to learn. I direct myself to learn.
Yeah, but you're like photos and headlines kind of.
I've stopped.
Okay.
I tell you, it's been wreaking havoc on my mental
I tell you
health.
what, can you show us? Can you show us the bass player again?
The what?
The bass player.
The bass player? What
The
bass
female
player?
bass player.
The
recording artist.
The one in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She'll like that.
Yeah.
I'm ending on this because I have to go home and do schoolwork.
All right, but just trust us. This is entertainment.
Yes. And I'm trying to keep these shows non-politics just for Jody. So I'm trying not to,
I don't mind talking some talk.
No, exactly.
But yeah, there's just so much.
There's so much.
There's so much emotions. I mean, I don't even know if you know this. One of our burlesque friends got canceled by the community, and it's just like it's getting way too real.
For what?
For something that doesn't, for my records, didn't even seem like a Trumpist remark, but yet the friends say it was, and so now everyone's canceling her. And then she came out saying, "My social experiment has proven disappointing," and I'm like, "Huh?" So I'm not even sure, but there's just too much personal stuff happening in our own community that it's just so potent. But show me this thing I'm gonna like.
I'm trying to find it. I can't just pull
He
it up
lost it.
like
You didn't
right
prep
away.
for it. It was just I sprung it on.
Yeah, so I guess got to find it again. So
Well, you can find me puppies. I like puppies. But not
Hang
biting
on.
cats.
it's here somewhere. Maybe I'll find it.
Keep
Maybe
it,
I
keep
will.
it. Stop picking up it.
Oh, let's see. Not there. One more place, and then we'll see.
Ah.
I don't know. Maybe I won't find it. Let's see. Damn it.
He's used the
It's
old
really
on his
good,
other
though.
computer excuse.
No, it's just, I mean, stuff like that just pops up. It doesn't,
It doesn't last.
yeah.
News doesn't
it's
last.
like,
Today's news, tomorrow's fish wrap.
yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Ah, right. It's probably copyrighted anyway.
No, I don't think so.
Are you
But
playing with your ship? There's a cockpit.
Come
That's
on,
an
damn it.
aircraft, but
Oh. Pit of a cock. That sounds gross.
It does kind of sound
That sounds
weird.
gross.
Oh God. I'm glad we are not I'm glad I'm not doing this search like validly, because that shit was just not right there. Oh, there we go. I did find it.
Oh, you found it?
Yes, I did.
That's the gross shit.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so glad I was not fucking sharing that. I'm fucking traumatized.
it's like if you want for Halloween to go as Macho Man Randy Savage,
Right.
be very specific looking up that costume.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, because it's like a poo thing.
No, Macho Man.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. This is cool.
She must have this already like pre-planned.
That's a lot of loop channels.
Oh, I'm sure she had this planned. Yeah. She practiced this.
So those blue buttons are each a loop pad.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. Yeah, different channels. Fun little moment in the bathroom.
Great.
Yeah, there's some talent.
Yeah. So on that note,
Woo!
thank you very much.
Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Day, everybody.
Valentine's Day.
Woo! I'm gonna go home with my heart on. And my husband.
Oh. All right. Good night. See you.